bluffing, or does he have a hand? He only needs one chip.
Alright, so in this hand we pick up Queen 2 suited in the small blind. The one thing I've worked on this game, or in this tournament, was playing to win and not playing as passively as I normally do. In a lot of spots I play very passive that are standard plays that you would either raise or at least call. Sometimes I can play a little too nitty. Some people might think that's absurd. Chip magnet, you're a donk, you're overly aggressive. What people don't understand is how many hands and what hands I fold. The hands that I actually do play, I do tend to play aggressively. As you can see, we flop a queen here. Not exactly thrilled to have top pair here with a 2 kicker and 3 hearts on the board. Hope the turn is something beautiful. What could be beautiful on the turn? I don't know. How about we just get some reassurance? Alright. So this is one of these situations where you just feel in your gut that you have the best hand. Just the way that the actions played out. But at the same time, I didn't want to get too crazy. And on this river, I actually wanted to jam it. But I didn't want to jam into him having a made flush and slow playing me, because that's the worst feeling. Gotta love these hands. Pick up ace-5 suited. Raise it up. Under the gun +1. And what I mean by gotta love these hands, I don't necessarily mean ace-5 suited, although you should like ace-5 suited when you got enough chips to gamble a little bit, but it's an easy pickup, and that's what we love. In this hand here, we had king 10 offsuit on the button, wanting to induce the short stack to push. They did, and we beat them. In this hand here, we pick up the big blind special 10-7 offsuit. Dealer button folds. No shame in a walk, right? Now he's going to limp. We're going to check. We're going to flop mid pair 7s. He's going to check. We're going to min bet. He's going to fold. It's as simple as that. Ship it to chip magnet 82 once again. So I got to tell you firsthand, this is a very strange hand. We have ace-3 suited. The flop comes, and we flop straight draw, gut shot, straight draw, and the nut flush draw. Now we end up playing this fairly passively because the big blind leads out. We just call. This is one of those hands you look back and think, man, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Wish I woulda, jammed. But let's see what happens. Turn doesn't really change a lot. Puts out a pretty chunky bet. We call it pretty quick. The river gives us not what we wanted really, but it gives us a low end. And he puts out a defensive bet. And this is when I knew I should have went all in. And I regretted it after, because you never want to have that stack, that person lingering around and then coming back when they should have went out. And I try to capitalize on that. Kind of knitted it there, but he could have easily had the higher straight. There's a time and a place for everything. There's a time and a place where pocket jacks are much stronger, and there's a time and a place when they're not so strong. Final table, 4 or 5 handed. On the button, pocket jacks are huge. Forget how many are left at this point, but pocket jacks, big blind, with 3 callers, not so huge. So what do? We take the passive route. We see a free flop. We flop pretty damn good, unless they have a 6. We're going to find out. Do they call? Do they raise? Or do they tuck their tails? Like many at the table, they fear Chip Magnet 82.
Oh my word, that's an auto shove, bro. Chip Magnet, you're terrible. No wonder you're grinding the dollar tables. You're a net. You're a donkey.
Now, let me tell you something. Ace 10 offsuit in this spot. Even if the one person shoves, you might be up against pocket fives, hoping and praying to hit a 10 or an ace. What would have happened? We would have hit two pair. Oh, flush versus set. And we would have lost. Fold ace 10 offsuit in those spots. Maybe not always, but you also got to feel out the table because poker is a game of patience, of timing, and of feel. People say, how do you feel people out at online? You do. You pay attention. A lot of people don't pay attention to detail. Pay attention to betting patterns. And I also don't use a HUD. If you do, that's cool, but I don't. Cha-ching! Cha-ching! Everyone loves a chop pot. Hold. 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 Come on, let's hold. Easy peasy. What a call! Would he dare to do it again? Ship it, bro. Now, one thing you will see in my videos is a lot of craziness, a lot of bluffs. You never know what you're going to see. Here, we slow it down. We just call his pre-flop raise with pocket aces. This hand plays out perfectly. Completely had him fooled. Completely. This is where a little bit of skill comes in play. Most people, anyone can outplay aces, overplay them. We get him to put in the max value with his top pair. Cha-ching. This hand here, I know he hated the ace, but he completely misplayed his hand. He has me almost flopping dead on this flop if he just shoves it in. But he bets so little. With my stack, with the odds I have on the flop, with backdoor flush draws and backdoor straight draws, I have to call. I hit a miracle here. I know it's laughable, but he should have had it all in pre-flop, really. This couldn't have ended better. Pocket jacks on the button, heads up. We just limp. He raises. We 3-bet. He 4-bets all in. We insta-call. Let's hold. Ship it, bro.